Okay, this is about Robert and his dad building a water feature using these blocks. Just a note, neither me or my dad have done this before, so this will be interesting, and I'll only post this if it actually turns out okay. So we're using these blocks here. These are just normal Besser blocks. These are 390 by 190 by 190. And the reason we're using these is quite simply they will fit in like so. Get the zoom right on the camera so we can get exactly half a brick, so we can go around corners without having to cut. Simple. You can get these in a thinner variety, which is a little bit more difficult to do, but they do have blocks that can extend and change the shape as you wish. If you're going to do this, that's entirely up to you what materials you use there, but that's what we're using for this particular scenario. Sorry for the interruption. We poured a slab, as you can see, and we'll put the posts in. I'll go into a bit more detail in regards to that. Quite a simple process. Hopefully you can pour a slab and float it. What we've done here, we've put the posts in the slab as well, and there is an explanation for that which I'll show you later. One thing to note, we found when building the retaining wall, we dug the holes for the posts, and then we put the slab down, and then what we then did, we actually, instead of putting the posts in first, we put them in afterwards, and that's a little trick we learned when doing the retaining wall. And that way you can actually measure where the posts are going in relation to the slab and actually just push them into the concrete, and then obviously get them the right height and also level. This is just a little trick and works quite well. You don't have to do that. You can take a guess as to where your posts are going. This is just how I've constructed it. You could put the posts in later, or you could put it behind the base. Okay, so this will be the base of the water feature. These are the Besser blocks. There'll be another row on top of this and caps. Now, what I've done, because these are a fairly standard size, 390 by 190, you can arrange it like so, and then obviously the second level goes on without any real problems. Dimensions of this particular one is 1 meter deep by 1.6 wide. Now if we come across here, going back to the slab, that's the frame that we made up. Obviously 1 meter deep and 1.6 meter wide on the inside of the timber. So you lay that flat, fill it full of concrete, remember the holes for the posts, put the posts in afterwards, float it all off, and that's the base. Going back to this again, with the posts are going to be coming out of this hole here. So it'll actually be on this side here, and the reason for that is when I build the water feature through here, the water can run down the water feature and into the pond, not on top of the bricks. So just put a little bit of thought into that, and that's the reason I've done it that way. You don't have to do it that way. You could arrange this so that the bricks come in on an angle or something like that, but that's just the way we've done. So what you need to do, you need to measure from on the slab, from that side through to there, and I think from memory it was about 15 centimeters, and from here to there was about 16 centimeters. So we made sure we measured that on the slab and put the post into the slab to allow for that. So hopefully when we put these bricks on the slab, then the post will come out roughly there. One little note that we've discovered is that these Besser blocks are slightly fatter on one side. Hard to see perhaps on the camera, but they're thinner here. This side here goes down, and the reason being it gives you a larger area for the cement for the next block on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm trying to show is that we've done the first level, So if you come over here and actually look at the first level. So we're putting the bricks around like so, and as you can see the posts are through the middle of the brick. We're about to do the next level, and we'll show you once we've completed that. Hit the red button. Hit the red button. Okay, so we're up to the second course of bricks. As you can see, we've just flushed it all, got it as level as we possibly can. And we're about to put the capping on, which is the next part. The capping will hopefully take up anywhere where we're a bit high or a bit low. As you can see, the posts are still through the bricks. Next stage. So this is the day after. We've finished the 2 stages of bricks and we've capped the bricks. You'll notice that we put a pipe in through the wall. Obviously this will enable for the water feature. So today we're going to work on putting some of the frame at the back. But before we get too carried away, we'll need to obviously seal the inside and also render the outside and the top. Okay, so we're building the back structure now. This will hold the blue board. I've put 4 rungs up and I've screwed them into the posts. I'm also going to do the boxing, which will be the next phase. Make sure, technically you don't have to, and obviously talking to a lot of people, but I've painted the back of the blue board. Just used a normal acrylics wattle solar guard or Dulux weather shield, something like that. Just coat the back of the blue board. That is you're not going to see this, so it can be any colour. I just used some grey paint I had from an old house. Just threw it on there with a brush. Roller, sorry, and you won't see this. It was just that it keeps the back of the feature protected. It's more so that the water doesn't absorb into the rear and also take off the paint or render from the front. Just a quick thing, but necessary all the same. Okay, apologies. Forgot to film a little bit, so we'll play catch up now. The framed work, which we left off last. We've now completed these little structures on the side, and we've built basically a frame around the blue board. As you can see, we've also attached the blue board. And the other thing that we've done since then is we have basically painted the inside of the water feature. As you can see, we've also managed to get a pump, which is now attached to the pipe. And the pipe now goes through in behind there. As you can see, there's a pipe running up into a tube and into this top part of the water feature. And what I'll actually do is I'll actually take these down and I'll show you what I've done with the tube. It's slightly different. A lot of people use a stainless steel contraption, but I've gone for this for maintenance reasons. So I'll pause it now and I'll take this down and show you what I've done with the tube. A couple of technical things. You'll need to get a submersible pump. The one we've gone for here is a 2,000 litre per hour. You'll obviously need to get the cord through the blue board before we put it on. We're going to line all of that with blue board, the whole frame. And I'd suggest, from my experience, that you don't put the pipe where I've put it, and actually put it to the side so you can actually gain access from the rear. Learn from what I've did wrong there, so put the pipe to the corner. That way you can just get your hand around the back and adjust it as necessary. Because of this, I've actually used, probably overkilled the pipe. Very heavy duty pipe, quite expensive fittings. Obviously I don't want to be getting in behind there ever again, because I'd have to obviously pull the whole thing down. So just experience, put that over there in the corner. And also you may want to